We bought you something.
Thank you. I'm not going to have any more tin food, you see.
We're trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, now you have to take it back.
Okay.
But thank you very much.
I like your minimalism, it's great.
This is Sven Yrvind, an 80-year-old sailor from Sweden. He just spent 78 days at sea, sailing down to the Azores from Norway. He prefers it out there in the ocean. He says he feels safer out there. But he doesn't just say that. You can tell he actually really prefers to be out there. We were lucky enough to bump into him in our marina here, and we got to chat to him for about half an hour or so. There really aren't too many sailors out there like him these days, and we were really grateful we could capture this interview with him. Here's Yrvind's story. I'm Elayna, and this is Riley, and this is our home, La Vagabond. We've been sailing around the world for the last 6 years now, and recently, it's like we're seeing everything for the first time, through a new set of eyes. This is our little boy Lenny. Click the subscribe button to join our voyage every Monday.
What's the name of your boat?
X-Lex.
X-Lex.
Because, I designed it myself.
Yeah.
And it doesn't conform, with the European Small Boat Directive,
Yeah.
So they say this is illegal,
Yeah.
And X means like outside,
Yeah.
and lex means law. It's like out in Latin,
It's
But
4 foot wide.
Yeah, exactly. 1.2 meter, 4 feet.
And how long?
5.8 meter, 19 feet.
Yeah.
2 masts is 4 square meter, 2 square meter each side, So together it's the size of an Optimist dinghy,
Yeah.
So it's very, very small boat.
I saw that you've got solar panels on board.
Yeah.
What's the...
They are the real heroes, that they could work, in those conditions,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cold, very cold.
Yeah.
And had 2 sleeping bags and a blanket and, thermal trousers and 2 of them, and socks and things like that. Condensation, and it was kind of cold, all the time.
Yeah.
I didn't really see the sun for maybe 2 months. What?
You don't have a fridge, do you?
Fridge? No.
No fridge. What did you eat for that many days?
I ate sardines and I ate muesli.
Muesli, I love muesli. I don't know about sardines for that long though.
But
Muesli with milk or water? Or?
exactly, and it's just the same every day, And
Did you get sick of it?
after about 3 weeks, I got fed, but I didn't like it. Somehow I didn't have anything else to eat.
Yeah.
So I kept eating, and I started liking it again, And after a few more weeks, I loved it, I really love this stuff, So it's kind of strange. But then I was thinking about, the cows.
Yeah.
They only eat grass. That's what they eat, And the wolf, they only eat meat.
Yeah.
So just that modern man,
Yeah.
he's so spoiled,
How do you store water?
Jerrycans, 5 liter jerrycans.
Yeah.
And I have 130 liters. From 130 liter, I use 65.
So 65 litres.
I still got 75 left.
For how many days?
78 days.
Wow.
In the Canary Islands, you see people stocking up with all the stuff, like they're going to go to another Mars planet,
yeah.
and stay there forever. You don't really need so much things.
No, we don't need so much. I love
just
that.
keep it simple, But I eat just like I took it once a day,
Yeah.
And then the body learns how to burn the fat. The insulin is no problem. You don't get it you don't get this Alzheimer.
You build boats.
I design and build boats, and I have my own ideas,
I do that as well. On a crossing, when I'm awake at night time, I'll sit there writing.
You?
Yeah.
You like to design boats?
Well, I wouldn't call myself a designer, but I draw pictures with ideas. I guess that's design.
So I'm very interested in this,
Yeah.
This is like a passion.
Were you reading books or?
Yeah, now it's the new system, I got myself an iPad,
Yep.
and from Amazon I bought 10,000 books,
Yeah.
and I bought like Sture,
Yeah.
and it was like his complete work, for $50,
Okay.
and among that was like 160 books,
Yeah.
and it adds up, it's not very expensive. And many books are free,
Yeah.
you can buy free books, but most I read books, fact books, you know,
Yeah.
not non-fiction.
Yeah.
There, put your feet there.
Yrvind was kind enough to let me crawl into his home and take a look for myself.
Oh yeah, I did it.
This guy's got to be one of the toughest people I've ever met. He lays down for most of his voyages in a space no bigger than, like, your most luxurious bath. The amount of rocking and rolling and general hardship that he would experience would send 99% of people absolutely mad. He prefers everything small and simple. This is another level though.
Well, one time I was with a French girl, it was 1979, then it was 3 months, down from...
3 months.
Yeah, from Madeira to southern Brazil.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And you know, we kind of got stuck in the doldrums.
Yeah.
We didn't mind, you know.
Yeah.
I don't mind being at sea, you know, I like being at sea, you know, because everyone, you know, they in a hurry to get there, they get there, then, you know, and they take, you know, cross Atlantic in 2-3 weeks, you know. I think you need at least a month, you know, to get into it.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe not a month, but...
No, you're right though.
For your mind, you know, to calm down and things like that. So, no, I've been quite a few times, you know. So I made I know my legs are going to be bad because on my boat I can only lay flat.
Yeah.
So I made a little stick, you know.
Yeah.
But when I came last week, you know, I could hardly walk, you know.
Yeah.
One person here and one person here, you know, holding me upright, and then they drew me through airports, you know.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just test, you know.
So when you arrived this time
Yeah.
and you came back to civilization, because you'd done it before, you found it quite easy.
Oh yeah, it's not speaking, it comes just like that, you know, and it's just...
What about the noises and the crowds
No,
and withdrawing
you don't-
money and internet and...
You don't notice it, you know. It's just the legs, you know, and also you see, I've been laying down,
Okay, yeah,
reading this, you know, and my head been resting on a pillow.
yeah,
You got muscles here, and you know, like the head is like 5 kilos,
yeah.
and it's heavy, you know, so kind of here these muscles.
I'm thinking of tips like to be a successful older sailor, and one of them will be to have a lighter head.
What?
it's all right.
I started, you know, 62,
Yeah.
because you see, I'm dyslexic.
Right.
And in the 1940s, they didn't know about that. They just thought you were stupid, you know, and that you were lazy. And, you know, if a pupil was lazy, you beat them up, you know. So when I was young, you know, in the 1940s, the teachers beat me a lot, you know. I have a strong mind, you know, I
Yeah.
just hate them. After some years, my mother sent me to a boarding school.
Yeah.
With a new idea about this dyslexia. And then I was for 6 years. But then they sent me to the military.
Yeah.
You know, at that age you have to go to the military. They kind of started picking me on the first day, you know.
Yeah.
And it got worse and worse. In the end they put me in prison. And I say, you know, you better behave, you know, in the prison. And I didn't behave, you know, so they sent me to a high security prison. And they wanted me to work. I said, this is not work, this is to... Well, each day you don't work, you sit one day longer here, you know.
Yeah.
And I just ignored them, you know. In the end I said, well, you signed this paper that you're a psychopath, and then we let you out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's how it was in the 1950s. You know?
Yeah. Wow.
So I signed this paper, you know. I say, you know, my career, you know, in the Swedish society is done, you know.
Yeah.
But because I've been living on an island, you know, I thought, well, why don't get myself a little boat, make a little cabin on that,
Yeah.
and I can live in the boat and I can sail around. I was
Yeah.
very interested in learning, and in school I was excellent in like mathematics, chemistry, all those things. But you know, Swedish and English, you know, was no good at all, you know. You know, and then I sailed around and I sailed longer and longer and longer, and I came up to Newport Island in
Yeah.
US,
Okay.
1975. And at that time, you know, Cruising World magazine,
Yeah.
it was their first year.
Yeah.
So they were looking for things, you know, and they say, maybe you could write a story. Forgot that I'm dyslexic.
Yeah.
Well, they say, you know, at the office, they got editors. They correct everything, you know.
Yeah.
So just write as a letter to your mother or something like that.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, I try, you know, I wrote, you know, oh, this is excellent stuff. I said, you know, you got a future like a writer.
That would have been a big, you would have been like,
Yeah, that would have felt nice.
And then they said, this is so good, we want one more, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wanted one more, you know. And then I continued that, just tearing it out, you know, and sending it over.
Wow.
And then I started writing books too, you know.
Yeah,
Wow,
So
that's
now I've written
cool.
5 books.
Have you really? Well done.
I've been around multiple books, you know,
Yeah.
for a long time. I worked with a world famous multi-hull designer, Dick Newick.
Oh, wow. Really?
1975, 1976, I worked with him.
Wow.
I was his assistant, you know, helping him with everything in
Cool.
Montrose Vineyard.
Yeah.
And I also knew.
But was he out of Martha's Vineyard?
Yeah, exactly. I did that for
right.
1 year.
Yeah, okay. We sailed right past there, we didn't go there. I was really disappointed that we, you know how it is, you don't get to go everywhere, but yeah, it was, we sailed along and I could see it right there and I was like,
I also invented the world's smallest sextant.
Really?
Yeah. I should have brought it, you know, but I have it in the book. It's just too small, you know.
I don't know how to use a sextant.
Now, I can teach you, you know. if you
Yeah,
want.
that'd be amazing.
Have you had any relationships along the way, like a woman?
Oh, yes, before, you know. I'm still looking out.
Yeah, still trying to find one. There we go.
But I'm now 81 years old, you know, so that's my life.
It would take a tough woman to join you on your travels, I think.
Yeah. The worst weather, there's 2 times it's been in strong storms. You know. I've been around Cape Horn, and on my way south, there was one night it was blowing really hard, you know. Around the Cape Horn was an aluminum boat I made, and then I turned around and I sailed to the Falkland Islands.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 70, 80 knots. You know,
What size boat were you in?
19 feet.
Wow.
And
Is it a submarine like your boat here? Like you could lock it up and...
yeah, you could.
Yeah.
It was really strong. You know.
Yeah.
And that was another time, the boat before that, I tried to run Cape Horn with, but it was capsized, and a week later it was pitch cold.
Oh my God.
And that time, you know, usually the wind builds up slowly, you know,
Yeah.
to a strong wind.
Yeah.
But at that time, it was like clear, and then it came like suddenly very, very strong. And I thought, you know, when it comes to suddenly, it goes suddenly. You know?
Yeah.
But it just kept
Yeah.
increasing, you know.
Oh,
And after, I think it was 4 hours, you know, it pitched boat. So that was strong.
Did you pull your sails? down?
Yeah. Put out everything, you know.
Yeah,
And put
and-
up, had a tire, put it out in the back.
You had a tyre to tow.
Yeah, to like a drawback.
Yeah.
But
That's a good drug.
Yeah, that is a good joke.
so.
Makes perfect sense.
Perfect.
So you've been living at sea for so long now.
Yeah.
Have you seen a change in the plastic pollution, the marine life, the coral? Have you seen a big change over the years?
I don't think so.
No.
I
Okay.
don't, because I was, you know, now I've been 78 days at sea. I saw one plastic thing floating around, but it was just here, you know.
Yeah.
But of course, there are some small things floating around, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is these people with environment people. They want to make a sensation, you know, that the sea is polluted and, well, there is pollution, you know, but not as much as I say, because I say it to get money, you know.
Okay.
But it's a good thing that we take care of the environment, you know.
What do you think the world's going to look like in 20 years?
The world,
Yeah.
there's many aspects of it, you know.
Do you think we're doomed, or do you think humanity is going to work together?
What I think is, you see, if you go back 100 years, the population was much smaller. When I was born, 1939, it was 2 billion people in the world. Now it's 8 billion. So we have to produce more food. And that food, we can produce it more. But it's not natural food, you know. It's artificial, you know, synthetic. So I think, you know, we will survive with twice as many people, you know, but everything will be more synthetic. That's one reason I'll be at sea, you know, because when I was a child, life was very different, you know. I can't recognize, you know, my hometown or this island I come from, but at sea, it's the same as before. That's how I can find my use, you know, and the environment of my use, you know, go out in the sea and sail and the waves and the winds. the same, more or less, you know.
It feels like home. It's
Yeah.
always the same to you.
No wonder you've written 5 books.
Yeah.
I think you've got 5 more
Where can
left
I
in
buy
you.
your book?
Yeah, sure, and that's. But now it's kind of difficult to sell books, you know.
Well, we can sell them to our audience, and you can say hello to the people you wanted to say hi to.
Yeah, I also like to say hello to my friend Captain Thomas Gran.
Do you have a website where you can buy your books or
Yeah,
something?
but now I'm here, you know. So that's okay.
Thanks so much to Yrvind for sharing his story. I'll put the link to his website in the description below. He's got a really cool blog and also some videos. Join us next week for our Sail South.
It is 7:30 in the AM. I haven't slept.
We're going to be at sea for 3 to 4 days.